So you're a Gen Zer who just graduated high school. The world looks pretty bleak. The government is actively committing war against nature. The landscape is a barren hellscape of car-centric infrastructure. Adjusted for inflation, housing was more affordable in the Great Depression. Most things were more affordable in the Great Depression. Here's a list of life pathways ranked from least to most desperate. First and most common is the college for 4 years, 9-to-5 career for 40 years, 5 years of retirement aka purgatory, then 3 years of painful terminal illness followed by death. Although the death part is unavoidable, college debt leading into a 9-to-5 is incomprehensibly retarded. College debt is a cheeky way corporations make you into an indentured servant. College goers spend on average about $60K on education and booze and Molly, yet only 27% of graduates work in the field of their degree.
Yes!
However, on average, college grads make about 6% more money yearly than just high school grads. 60K investment, 6% return. 60K investment in an index fund, 7% yearly dividends, and your initial investment doesn't end up buying the wine collection of a university president. Next on the desperation cascade is to become a tradesman. The industrial world needs a gaggle of nicotine-addicted fellas who couldn't afford college playing with dangerous machinery to keep the power and water on. As someone with a lot of blue-collar experience, there's literally no way to be happy as a tradesman unless you supplement your day with alcohol. Next on the waterfall of desperation is to stay in your small hometown and get into hard drugs. This is a chart of the age variation of the population of my hometown. Notice how there's no one in their early 20s? That's because everyone leaves in search of greener pastures. Everyone after high school that stays does heroin. Trust me, I'm one of them. We do heroin. Next is to have rich parents and travel the world to find yourself. Maybe you volunteer for a week in Myanmar and help build wells. I like to call this virtue signaling tourism. Maybe you'll find yourself by joining the Peace Corps. Maybe you'll find a sick new Instagram profile pic. Fucking assholes. Next option is to escape this putrid facade of an existence by building up the courage to take your own fucking life and hoping reincarnation is real. You may be wondering, why is this so far up on the list? Killing yourself sounds like the most desperate thing you can do. Just wait till we start talking about crypto. I promise, it gets more desperate. Joining the military is pretty desperate. If I wanted to shower with a bunch of guys, I'd just go to prison. At least in prison, the rite of passage isn't drone bombing a Yemenis elementary school. Next is developing a gambling addiction. This is one of the many reasons I'm pro-trans athlete. It pretty much guarantees you win your DraftKings parlay. Speaking of gambling addictions, have you ever thought about YOLOing what could have been a car down payment on unregulated crypto? Have you ever 200x leveraged half your net worth in Bitcoin right before Elon tweets something funny? Please, Elon, pump Doge, I need to eat this month. Ugh. I always believe that during times of desperation, people fall on one of three methods of survival: begging, stealing, and selling their body.
Yo bro, when I get out of high school, I'm gonna start a clothing brand.
Yeah, I did that shit and I made $1,700 in 6 months. I'm grateful, but that's 1 month's rent in any East Coast city. The only time I get orders is when I beg. I'd give you an example of me stealing out of desperation, but I'd end up in the old communal shower that I previously referenced. And selling my body? I've thought about it. It's a running joke on my art account that my fans love feet. I almost started a Foot Finders account. In fact, I might still do it. A guy's gotta eat. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. Fuck you. Don't fucking judge me.